These challenges in CFP 26 simply must be glitched. Now, Solstice family, and welcome back to another College Football Ultimate Team video. Hope you watching this one are having a wonderful start to your day. On the screen right here is a $10 PlayStation gift card to make one of your guys' days just a tiny bit better. And if you want an Xbox gift card in my video coming later today, simply drop a like down below. And if you're not yet subscribed with the post notification bell turned on, hit that sub button, turn on the noti bell, because I'm giving you free money basically every single day to buy free cup packs on me. All right, let's talk these challenges, let's talk the reward, how you can get it instantly, and why these solos might just be glitched in this game, or at least they're the weirdest solos that I've ever seen. Because if you go on over to the tower challenges right here, and we take a look at the second and the third sequence of solos in this game, and we take a look at how you win these. As you can see, to win these solos in the second tier, you win by giving up touchdowns. Like, read this description. It says, give 10 points to your opponent if you scored a passing TD, meaning if I want to win this challenge right here, I need my opponent to score a passing touchdown. That way they give 10 points to us. Which, like, what? How is that a solo challenge in this game? I'm going to be showing you guys a method to beat these solos instantly and get the 85 overall reward, but that's the weirdest challenge I've ever seen. And then if we take a look at the second one right here, the awareness solos, I don't know why these are called awareness. You don't need to be aware to win these, because to win, you got to give your opponent rushing touchdowns. If they score a rushing TD, they get 10 points. Like, what in the world are we doing here, EA? I mean, maybe they just think these solos are like expert difficulty because of their confusion element, but once you complete the confusion element, all it comes down to is just using the methods I'm going to show you in today's video to eventually get this 85 overall AJ Harris, who I can't lie, the best free reward in this game right now. The #1 free reward every single team they simply need. And actually, I might be lying. There might be a free reward coming in my video that I'm making later today that is just a little bit better than AJ Harris. I can't lie, so stay on the lookout for that. But let's take a look at stats on this card because they're really solid. 85 speed, 85 man, 84 zone, 6'1". You can't want anything past that. He's tall enough, he's fast, he's got great coverage for both of the two most important stats in this game. AJ Harris is an absolute machine, and it is simply a necessity that you get this card. Now, how are we going to get him? Well, let's go back on over to our solos right here, and I'm going to show you guys how to win at all three of these sequences and do so in the quickest way possible. I am telling you, there is no faster method you will see on YouTube. There is no faster method possible than what I'm showing you in today's video. All right, let's start with the beginning sequence right here. This is the only, I guess we can call it, self-explanatory sequence. All you gotta do is you gotta score TDs. If you score TDs, you're gonna be picking up points. Now, there's a couple little caveats you're gonna need to know. #1, you gotta score 25+ yard TDs to get 8 points for your touchdowns. So what we're gonna be coming out in is we're coming out in gun empty, and we are running 4 verticals. And as long as you've got a somewhat decent receiver on your team, so like an 83 speed pre-order receiver, you're chilling. As long as you're sitting at like 83 speed plus, you're all right. And what I'm doing now is I'm putting triangle on a streak, so literally every single person is going to be running a go route, and then I'm just quickly scanning the field and looking for what receiver just gets a step on their defender. That time it was triangle, so we'll take the TD right here. We'll pick up 8 points for doing so, and depending on how many points are needed in your challenge, here's a little decision. Because to be honest, just going for 2 really isn't that effective when you're playing these solos. For me, I don't have a 2-point play that works every single time, so what you're going to do when you're making your decision on these solos is if you have to win by a multiple that ends in 0, so 20, 30, 40, whatever the number may be, that's when you go for 2 on your touchdowns and you just try and get that done. If you got to win by 25, if you got to win by 15 like me right here, that's when you kick your PAT, because there's no need to go for 2. Now, the reason why I say that is because if you're going for 2, that will make your touchdowns go in 10-point increments, 8 for the TD, 2 for the 2-point conversion, which, yes, that will help you when it comes to winning some of those solos with a 20, 30, or 40-point win game challenge. All right, now on defense right here, all you're gonna do is you are gonna call special teams, load, block, left, and what I'm doing is I'm spamming B and I'm holding my left stick up immediately after the snap. The reason I'm doing that is to give the quarterback enough time in the pocket to actually make a throw. We want the quarterback to be able to complete this pass, and we want them to score their touchdown ASAP. Really, what's gonna make this challenge take longer is when they don't score their TD. So if you follow the strategy I just showed you right there, by spamming B or spamming O and holding the left stick up, that's going to ensure that your rushers don't get to the quarterback as quickly and that your opponents are able to score a TD on their first play like they did right here. Obviously, all I'm going to do is rinse and repeat if I want to get the solo done. You don't need to see that though. You're returning your kickoff, you're scoring your touchdown, and you're doing that over and over again until you get the requisite points to beat this solo. And that is the fastest way possible to beat sequence #1. Let's get into sequence #2 right now, and then sequence #3, I can't lie, although it looks the craziest and the point totals are the highest, I'm going to say it right now, it is the easiest sequence to beat. So stay on the lookout for number 3, which we'll get to later in this video. All right, sequence number 2, the way this works is you need your opponent to score passing touchdowns. So we're basically going to be following the same strategy as what I showed you in today's video, except instead of allowing them to score touchdowns so we get the ball back, we're allowing them to score touchdowns so that they're able to pick up points. It's very, very weird. Now, first things first, you're going to start this out on offense, and what you're going to call is you're going to call special teams field goal. The reason why we're doing that is because we want to give our ball to the opponent in the easiest and the fastest way possible. We're not punting it to them. That will start them further back, and it's going to allow them to maybe return the kick. No, we're not doing that. Instead, you are calling a field goal that will give your opponent the ball at immediately where you left off. And then on defense, we're going to come out in field goal block, and I'm going to follow the exact same strategy I showed you before. Left stick is up, and I am spamming O. This is the most important part of the solo. I can't lie. This is what is going to make sure that the challenge doesn't take that long. By spamming O right there, as you can see, I'm allowing my opponent to score a TD instantly. If you've played these solos, you know a lot of the time when you're playing them, your opponent's going to get sacked. They're not going to throw the ball. It's just not going to work. But by using the method I showed you right there, that is simply going to allow them to score their TD. And look at that. We just gained 10 points on our tracker. Now, all we're going to do past this is we're going to return our kick. We're going to go down. We're going to kick a field goal. And then we're going to do the exact same thing over and over again. I know it's super weird, but it's actually going to be really quick when you follow this method. Like, as you can see, I'm getting my solos done in a minute, in 2 minutes. That's very, very fast. And for a lot of people watching this video, it probably was taking you a little bit longer before you found this strategy. So again, all we're going to do is we're going to call field goal right here. We are going to kick this field goal, and then we're going to come out in field goal block, allowing our opponent to score a passing TD. It is that simple. It is that simple. I know it sounds complicated. I know these solos feel really weird, but follow this strategy, and I'm telling you, you're getting them done instantly. All right, let's get into the final solo sequence, which for me, I think is actually the easiest, boys. But before we do that, really quickly, if you're watching this video and you want to stay up to date with more ways to get free players, maybe some ways to get free coins in this game, or any tip possible in Ultimate Team, I am posting all of that content on this channel absolutely free. So if you want to hit that red subscribe button, it's basically just going to show you a little bit more of my content. It doesn't really change anything for you. It doesn't cost any money. It's just going to show you a couple more of my videos on your homepage. So if you like this, hit that sell button. All right, let's get into the awareness solos right here. These are basically the exact same thing, except instead of needing your opponent to score a passing touchdown, now it turns into a rushing TD. But like I said, I actually think it's even more consistent than the solos I showed you before. Reason being is on the passing touchdown solos, which was the second sequence right there, for some reason, you're sometimes going to get the sack. For some reason, the quarterback's sometimes not going to make the throw. When you're following the method I showed you, it's going to happen majority of the time, but not every time. But on these, it is significantly more controllable. Here is what you guys got to do. First things first, when you get the football on offense, you are running out of bounds at the 1 yard line. Call a run play and run out of bounds at the 1 or the 2 yard line. That is step 1. Step number 2, we're now going to call field goal to give our opponent the football. And the reason why we're doing that at the 1 yard line is to basically guarantee that they are going to run the football. I've got a couple other hacks though to make sure they do. Now, once you guys have done that, then you're going to go into prevent, and you're going to call any of these prevent plays, whether it be prevent, cover 3, whatever it may be. You are going to pass commit. So click R1 and flick the left stick up, and then user as the defender where the run would go and run backwards. As you can see, I ran backwards with my Dylan Stewart card, and that ensured that he was able to score a touchdown instantly. Those tips are going to make sure you're not wasting any time. You're not getting tackles. You're not in a situation where you need to play defense for multiple snaps. No, this will get everything done on one play. It is that simple. Now it gets even easier because now we're on kick return. So what we're going to do is do the exact same thing, except instead of needing to call a run play, we just run out of bounds right now at the 1 yard line. That is why, to me, I think this challenge is, I'm going to say it, the easiest, man. I think it's the easiest because all you're doing is you're getting your kickoff, you're getting out of bounds exactly where you need to, you're giving the football back to your opponent. This is taking like 10 seconds, and then you call your defensive play and they score their touchdown. It is faster than waiting for them to throw the ball. It is faster than them maybe potentially screwing up the throw. No, all you do is you come out in prevent cover 3, you pass commit, so R1 flick the right stick up, you user on wherever the run is going to go. Obviously in this formation, the run can only go to the left, and we give them the touchdown just like that. Like, I'm telling you, you're going to get these solos done in 30 seconds, man. And I know these challenges are super weird, they're super annoying, but by following these tips, you now know how to optimize literally every single part of them. You're now going to make sure that there isn't a single play wasted. Every single play that you call on offense or on defense is putting you you in a spot where you're getting these solos done quicker, and I guarantee you there is no faster way of getting these challenges done than what I'm showing you guys right here. Again, get the kick, run out of bounds at the 1 yard line. It's really that simple, dude. It is really that simple. So there you have it. Now you can get AJ Harris in the quickest way possible by following the most optimal strategies in this game to ensure you're not wasting any time, to ensure that you really can't lose any of these challenges, and to ensure you get AJ Harris today. Me personally, I got like 20 more minutes worth of grinding. I honestly think these solos are the easiest to get done, so we'll be getting AJ Harris today, and hopefully you get to do the exact same thing by watching today's video. If you enjoyed, drop a like, and until next time, I'm out. Love y'all. See ya. Peace.